Good morning guys, today's video is the ultimate 15-minute warm-up guide for your round of golf. We don't have the luxury of having a full sort of pro hour here like many of you at home. So I want you to follow along with me beat for beat in real time what I would do if I only had 15 minutes before my round of golf to ensure that I give myself the best chance to perform out on the golf course. So it's a freezing morning here in Sydney. I haven't warmed up, done a little bit on the foam roller, but we're ready to go hit some balls and roll some putts. Follow along. As you can see, the time starts now. We're on the tee in 20 minutes, so we got 15 minutes to warm up here. And I'm gonna go through a couple of exercises I would do if I only had 15 minutes, which is what we have right now. So spend more time warming up your body than hitting balls if you have the chance. So just started doing these. I actually saw Wahlberg doing these when he was on the range. So just trying to hit those sort of key muscle groups and joints, stabilization, mobilization stuff. So shoulder girdle, hip flexor, and glutes. Like I was saying, ideally I would like to do stuff at home, but I have been driving an hour to get here, so my hips are a little bit tight, and if you're watching at home, it's probably going to be something similar. So you're having a few exercises to get the body going and being really efficient with your time. So for me, any sort of rotational movement where I'm twisting the torso, that's very kind of universal. Those shoulder girdles, as I was saying, just getting the body nice and loose and warm. The goal of this video, before you get to the tee, it's a warm up, right? We're not trying to work on our swing. We're just trying to get the body firing so we can hit a nice drive down the first hole. So I would do a lot of sort of pivot drills where I'll just get the body trying to get, I really struggle for lift here. So I'm trying to get into that glute, that full movement. I'll just sort of hold that position and hit the feels that I'm looking for in the swing and just get the body firing. I'll also try and isolate those sort of areas that I struggle with or you at home might struggle with. So if you know those spots, try and work on that. So you can see here, I'm just working the hips, just trying to get a full range. It's middle of winter in Sydney. I look at my swing and it's definitely different than what it is at summer. Also just do the upper body. You can hear in my voice there, a little bit restricted. So now, definitely no expert on the physio side of things, but this is just a basic kind of generic warm-up that anyone can do. So follow along with me if you're at home. Try and get the best bang for buck here. I like this one. Sort of get into my position, toe, open up, and it's really getting into sort of my lower body, but also opening up the chest, hands down. Again, I'm only, you know, definitely not a fitness influencer. I'm just trying to give you guys some good stuff to get the body open up and firing. This is obviously doing all the good stuff. My hammies, my glutes, my torso. And then for me specifically, the hips, the hip flexors. So I'd sometimes do maybe like a world's greatest stretch, or I think we're a little stressed for time here. So we're just gonna keep working those hip flexors. And like I said, this is probably more important than just hitting balls. So if you only got nets, we're lucky we got a really cool driving range. But I will, got the golf cart in the background, but do my hip flexors, pull the chest back, start rolling the neck. A little bit of flossing. Again, injury prevention. Try not to pull a muscle. I've definitely done that half a dozen times. So just getting the body moving. We're probably at about 4 or 5 minutes right now. So better start getting the swing going. But again, when I'm doing this, guys, I'm also half meditating about my round of golf, and I'm trying to think about my intentions for the day. Just being grateful that I'm here. you know, visualizing what I want to do on the golf course, the sort of golfer I want to be, how I present myself, you know, not be too whiny, just visualizing how I want to be poised. But it is time to get to work. So we're going to hit some shots. I start with a 50 degree here, and this part of the warm-up routine, this block, I'm really focusing more on just feels. Where a lot of people go wrong, they try and like hit the ball perfect and they're looking for a swing for that day. It's too late. I'm not going to get more speed. I'm not going to fix anything technical. So for this, I'm sticking to the lady I took to the dance with, right? Now what that means is what I've got is what I've got. And at the moment, I'm just trying to get that feel of club face on the ball. As you can see, to start off with, I'm doing a lot of like half pace, 3/4 swings, pitch shots. I do a lot of step drills at the start just to get the body moving. So I'll go step, step, turn. It's a really cold morning here, so I'm just getting a feel off that club face. And as you can see, as the rain's like pelting in my face here from this westerly, more just getting some feels. I'm actually hitting it pretty good, so that's good so far. I've had good rounds where I've had bad warm-ups. Again, your goal for this, your intention is to get warmed up. So a couple of step drills, I'll do some pitch shots, kind of make my L. Now, depending on the day, it's a little windy today, so I might start trying to play around with ball flight a little bit. Again, just getting the body moving. I might tinker a little bit with something technical that I've worked on. Say it's a waggle or a takeaway drill. Just trying to get the club set, but at the moment I'm just trying to get, for me, just that body twisting and opening up on the backswing. I really struggle for lift at the moment. So starting to kind of get a good feel of the club. Actually haven't missed a shot yet, which scares me a little bit, to be honest. My expectations are a little high now for the round. So just still on that 50 degree, probably hit maybe, you know, 8 or 9 shots there. And we are now going to a 7-iron. Got the 7-iron here. I'm starting to go full swing. I'll do some sort of 9 to 3s to start off with, just chest to chest. Sort of like a punch shot. Start working on my ground control. Some punch shots there. You know, if you've only got nets, that's fine. You don't have that sort of, you can't see where the ball's going, but staying loose, you'll notice like the waggles, not too stiff here. Trying to be, we've got to shot trace some of these, Jono, because these are actually absolutely striped. But staying loose, keep the movement up. Definitely not static. Trying to be super athletic. So after I sort of hit 3 or 4 there, I'm also like hitting it really straight. So let's say I'm hitting a fade or a draw, I'll kind of roll with that for the day. I'll kind of aim straight and see the ball fly out a certain window, and sometimes I problem solve from that. So I'll adjust, but start doing some full swings now. And I'm not going through my routine. I'm literally kind of ball after ball, just trying to feel that off the club face. It's feeling stiff. Now, the other thing is, how are we doing for time there? Might check that. We're at 9.5 minutes. All right. I'll only hit a couple of drives here. And again, just getting the body moving. I have no idea where that's gone. And I'll only hit 2 or 3 here. But one thing I do like to do is practice. Oh, that is in the dog park. So we don't like that. So I also practice the tee shots I need on the first few holes, right? The first hole here at Moore Park It's actually the only hole I hit a cut off the tee. I aim at this sort of big tree on the left and I play that sort of second serve knuckleball cut. So I might just hit 2 or 3 drives, again, trying to hit that window just left of target and almost, there we go, beautiful. It's almost like a little punchy one. There we go, money. And then I'll just hit one more normal drive. If I had a little bit more time, I would hit some 3-irons and whatnot, but you know, I'm starting to feel it off the club face. We only got, now, that was a bad one to finish on. Again, we're not searching for a swing. So be it. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna hit it good on the golf course. So we've probably got about 5 minutes. We're gonna go roll some putts and get our scorecard and get to the first tee. All right guys, that wraps up our range session, 10 minutes. We got to roll some putts, but we did a dynamic warm up. We did some wedge shots, some step drills, maybe 10 balls, just trying to get club face on ball and the feel of the club face and the ground control. We did about 10 shots just with a full 7-iron, playing around with ball flight, some lower ones, some shot shaping, and then we hit about 5 shots with driver, and we worked on particularly what we're going to do on the golf course, some specialty shots that we're going to play on the first hole. So that, you know, that wraps up. I'm feeling pretty good. It's better than nothing, and I'm feeling good to rip one down the first. Let's go roll some putts though. Now with the putting, again, I'm not gonna do anything technical. I'm not gonna fix my stroke. It's just speed, get a feel for the greens. It's probably the biggest that you're gonna get from course to course, day to day. You know, we've had a little bit of rain, that's gonna affect the green speed. Sometimes I just put a tee down, don't even putt to a hole. I'm just going the 2 ball. No, we're not, we're going 1 ball to start off with. And I start off with some long putts, some breaking putts. And I always like, almost try and feel like I'm gonna miss it on the high side. So not even putting to a hole. Just trying to get that feel, try and get in those circles. The cadence of the stroke, there you go. That's a good start. I've just found at the start as well, taking away the hole and just kind of feeling my rhythm there. Just trying to get in these circles right there, right in the middle. You can see there's nothing technical about it. Particularly for me, the length of my backswing is how I feel pace. And I'm in these yellow circles. Now, I didn't paint these circles on, they're already here. I don't have that much time, but I'm gonna utilize them. There we go. I think we're in the yellow circle on most of those. Again, it's all pace. Often on the first hole, especially here, long par 4, I'm gonna have like probably a 40-footer, 20 to 40 foot range. And it's gonna require really good speed. I'm also here just going around doing different putts to kind of work on my green reading. I'll do one more long putt here because we've got about a minute before we hit off. Already done all my technical work, and you can see there my putting's pretty dialed. So then before I hit off, the best player of all time, Tiger Woods, he was hitting a lot of those like gate drills. So if I have a little bit more time, I might do the gate drill, just put 2 tees on either side just for sort of face control. But at the moment, I'm just trying to almost hear the ball go in the hole and almost work on my routine a little bit. Like I said, we got about a minute or 2 here. But just kind of working on that start line and that routine, the timing of it. That is the worst putt I've ever hit. So hopefully get those out of the way. Again, the worst thing you can do is sort of overthink too much. It's a little bumpy. That's not a great start, but again, not getting too reactive here. Might have to go a little bit closer just to, there we go, we sideboard one. All right. sometimes some one-handers as well, just to get the club releasing. But how are we doing for time? Haven't heard my name being called. Might go just some 6-footers. Again, just trying to match speed and line. The greens are a little bumpy at the moment, but that's it. That's going to get the confidence up. So we're starting, as you can see, we've got a couple of yippy ones out of the way. And I might just putt to the hole until my name's called. But that about wraps up our warm-up. Almost. All right. How are we doing for time? It is 15 minutes yet. I think our name's going to be called. We're going to go get our scorecard. Going to head to the tee. Hope you followed along and you get something out of this video, guys. Like I said, that's all we had time for today. So we're just trying to maximize every minute. I feel good. I feel warm. Got a feel for the greens. Hopefully have a good round. Whatever comes. And that's a wrap, guys. My name was just called to the first tee. We're going to go and attack it, and whatever happens, happens. But I hope you enjoyed this video, this 15-minute warm-up. We kind of planned the night before. We got all our stuff ready. We got here. We did some dynamic stretching. We hit some shots. Went through a few sort of specialty shots and ball shaping, and then just rolled some putts working on pace control and some short putting, some sort of a bit of confidence, even though I missed a couple, and some face control. But we, you know, obviously we would like time to hit some bunker shots and some chip shots, but we just don't have that in 15 minutes. So we're trying to give you the best bang for buck, warm the body up, hit some shots, don't be too critical, don't look for swing thoughts or feels. Feels are fine, swing thoughts, no. And then just try and dial in the pace of the putting green that day, and then head to the first tee and give it your best. Comment below if you enjoyed this video and if this warm-up is helping you. See you soon. Wish me luck.